A young human engineer, Ethan Cole, walks through a crowded interstellar market. Suddenly, alarms echo across the station. Guards in silver armor push through the crowd. At the center of them stands a tall, glowing alien woman with royal symbols on her forehead. She points directly at Ethan and says in a calm, cold voice, "There you are, human. I've been searching for you for years." The crowd freezes. Ethan has no idea who she is, but she seems to know everything about him. Ethan steps backward, confused and scared. The AlienPrincess, Princess Liora of the Starborn dynasty, approaches him with steady steps. Her guards demand Ethan come with them, but Liora raises her hand. She wishes to speak to him alone. Ethan insists he has never seen her before. Liora replies, "Not in this life, but you saved me once." Welcome to my channel Sci-Fi Love Story. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. The orbital market of Vega 9 was always loud, always busy, always full of strange smells and stranger faces. But for Ethan Cole, a simple human engineer, it was just another day of fixing old machines and buying cheap parts. He walked through the glowing stalls with a small bag of tools, thinking about dinner and nothing else. Then the alarms started. A sharp metallic howl cut through the air, followed by red emergency lights flashing across the high glass ceiling. The crowd began to panic. Vendors closed their stalls, aliens of different shapes rushed in every direction, and guards in shining silver armor shoved through the crowd. Ethan took a step back, unsure what was happening. That was when he saw her. In the center of the chaos, surrounded by armored guards, stood an alien woman unlike anyone Ethan had ever seen. She was tall, elegant, and glowing slightly, as if light lived inside her skin. Strange royal markings shone across her forehead, and her long white hair moved like it floated in water. Everyone in the market fell silent. She raised her hand and pointed directly at Ethan. "There," she said in a calm voice that cut through the noise. "I've found you." Ethan froze. His heart thumped hard against his ribs. The guards began walking toward him. "Wait, what? Me?" Ethan asked, stepping back. "You must have the wrong person." The princess approached him herself. Even with all the guards and lights around her, she walked with slow, controlled grace. Her strange blue eyes stared straight into his. "No," she said softly. "I've been looking for you for years. Human." People around them whispered. Why is the princess talking to a human? Is he a criminal? No, maybe he is important. Ethan felt like the whole market was watching him. He forced a nervous smile. "I swear we've never." "You saved me," she said. Ethan blinked. "I did what?" "Not in this life," she added, voice softening. "But you saved me once. Long ago." Ethan had no idea what she was talking about. He had never left his home system until last year. He had never met any royal families. And he definitely had never saved a glowing alien princess. "This must be a mistake," he said again. "Princess Liora." He heard a guard whisper her name, tilted her head slightly. "You do not remember," she murmured. "Of course you don't. They erased your memories." Ethan felt a cold shiver run down his spine. "Who erased my memories?" he asked. Before she could answer, the station alarms changed. They were louder now, more urgent. A new voice came over the speakers. "Warning, hostile forces detected. Incoming attack. All civilians evacuate immediately." The floor shook as explosions echoed from the lower decks. Princess Liora's calm expression finally shifted. For the first time, Ethan saw fear in her eyes. "They found us," she whispered. "Who found us?" Ethan asked again. She didn't answer. Instead, she grabbed his hand with surprising strength. "We must leave. Now." Her guards formed a protective circle around them and began leading them toward an exit. The market erupted into chaos behind them. Screams, smoke, crashing metal. Ethan struggled to keep up. "Wait. Why are you holding my hand? Why are they chasing me?" "You carry a rare energy," Liora said without slowing down. A resonance I have searched for since I was a child. That doesn't explain anything. It will, she replied. Once we survive. An explosion tore through the wall behind them. A wave of heat hit Ethan's back and he stumbled, but Liora pulled him forward with surprising power. Her guards fired glowing weapons at dark-armored attackers entering the market. Ethan had never seen such weapons before. They fired beams of energy that bent like ribbons. Who are those people? Ethan shouted. Enemies of my kingdom, Liora said. They want you dead. Why? I'm just an engineer. Leora's glowing eyes locked on his. No, Ethan. You are far more than that. Before he could ask again, the group reached a sealed metal door. A guard placed his hand on it and activated a code. The door opened into a dim maintenance tunnel. Liora pushed Ethan inside first. Keep moving. The tunnel was long and narrow, lit only by red emergency lights. Ethan could still hear fighting behind them. Liora stayed close beside him, calm even in danger. You really believe I saved you? Ethan asked breathlessly. I do not believe, she said. I know. How? She hesitated for the first time. When I was young, my escape ship crashed. I was dying. A human child touched my heart and healed me with a strange light. She looked at Ethan with an almost sad smile. That human was you. Ethan felt dizzy. That's impossible. Your DNA signature was found on the wreckage, she explained. I have searched for you since that day. I don't remember any of that. You were too young. And your memory was altered. Ethan didn't know what to say. His legs felt weak. They finally reached the end of the tunnel, a small launch bay with a sleek silver ship. Its engines were already glowing. This ship will take us to safety, Liora said. But, Ethan started. A blast rocked the tunnel entrance. Dark-armored attackers rushed forward. Liora shoved Ethan up the ship's ramp. Go! She created a shield of bright blue energy around herself, blocking enemy fire. Ethan watched in shock as her body glowed brighter and brighter, her markings shining like stars. The guards dragged her inside the ship, and the hatch sealed shut. Within seconds, the ship launched into space, leaving the burning station behind. Ethan sat on the floor, breathing hard, heart shaking. Princess Liora knelt in front of him. She placed her glowing hand over his. If you die, my world dies, she whispered. If you live, you become my fate. Ethan stared at her in shock. Why me? Her eyes glowed softly. Because, human, your destiny is already tied to mine. The royal ship shot through hyperspace, leaving beams of blue light behind it. Ethan sat strapped to a seat, still shaking from everything he had seen. Princess Liora stood near the front window, staring at the stars rushing past. For a long moment, neither of them spoke. Finally, Ethan broke the silence. You said, my destiny is tied to yours. What does that even mean? Liora turned toward him slowly. Her glowing eyes softened. It means your life holds a power that can save or destroy my world. Ethan let out a dry laugh. I'm just an engineer. I fix rusted pipes. How can I save a world? You are not just an engineer, Liora said gently. You are a resonant human. Ethan frowned. A what? She moved closer, her long white hair floating like mist. Your body carries an energy pattern that can awaken ancient machines built by the Starborn, my ancestors. She placed her hand over her heart. Machines only a human with your exact signature can activate. That sounds impossible, Ethan said. Liora nodded slowly. I once thought the same, until you saved me as a child. Ethan leaned back, frustrated. I don't remember any of that. You were too young, she replied. And your kidnappers erased your memory after they used your power. My kidnappers. Ethan's voice rose. Who kidnapped me? The same faction that attacked us today, Liora said. They wanted to use your power to awaken a forbidden weapon. But you escaped, and somehow reached your home planet. Ethan rubbed his forehead, trying to make sense of it. So I ran away. Or someone saved me. Liora looked away. I wish I knew. But the truth is, I have been searching for answers as long as I have been searching for you. The ship shook as it dropped out of hyperspace. Liora's guards checked the controls. We're arriving at the royal planet, one said. Ethan watched as a massive world came into view. Silver oceans, glowing continents, and crystal towers rising like spears toward space. Welcome to Arion, Liora said softly. The ship landed in a grand palace courtyard. Dozens of aliens wearing shining robes gathered around them, whispering loudly when they saw Ethan. Is that the human? He looks ordinary. Why is he important? Ethan felt small, exposed. Liora placed a calming hand on his arm. Do not worry, she said. I will protect you. A tall elder with glowing golden markings approached. Princess Liora, is this truly the resonant human? Liora nodded. Yes. And he will activate the celestial resonator. The elder looked at Ethan. Then the fate of our world rests in your hands. Ethan swallowed hard. No pressure, I guess. The palace guards led Ethan and Liora deep underground. The air grew colder as they descended. Finally, they reached a giant chamber filled with ancient technology. Massive rings floating in the air, glowing crystal pillars, and strange runes carved into the walls. At the center stood a huge circular machine, the celestial resonator. Its faint hum vibrated in Ethan's bones. This machine balances the energy of our star system, Liora explained. If it dies, our planets will collapse. What do you need me to do? Ethan asked. You must touch the core, she said. Your energy will stabilize it. Ethan looked at the machine. It was beautiful and terrifying. What if I make a mistake? He whispered. Liora stepped closer and took his hand gently. Then I will guide you. You are not alone. For the first time, Ethan noticed something in her eyes. Fear, hope, and something deeper. Why do you care so much about me? He asked quietly. Liora's voice trembled. Because when I was dying as a child, you didn't treat me like a princess. You held my hand. You told me I would live. You saved me without expecting anything. Her eyes glowed brighter. I have never forgotten your kindness. Okay, Ethan said softly. Let's do this. They stepped up to the machine. Liora guided Ethan's hand to the glowing core. The moment his fingers touched the surface, bright light shot out. He felt energy rush through him, warm, electric, alive. The machine began reacting, rings spinning, crystals lighting up. It's working, Liora said with excitement. Then the alarms blared. Enemy ships entering orbit, a guard shouted. Before anyone could act, explosions shook the chamber. The enemy faction had breached the palace. Dark armored soldiers stormed the room. Protect the human, Liora shouted. Laser fire lit up the chamber. Guards clashed with attackers. The machine began shaking violently. Ethan. Liora grabbed his shoulders. If the machine overloads, it will explode and destroy everything. You must stay connected. I can't hold it. Ethan shouted as the energy pushed against him. You must. Liora pressed her forehead against his. Together we can stabilize it. She placed her hand over his on the core. A shockwave burst from the machine, surrounding both of them in a sphere of blue light. Their energies merged. Ethan felt Liora's presence in his mind, calm and strong. Together they focused. The machine hummed louder, then steadied. A massive wave of energy exploded outward, sweeping across the planet, disabling enemy weapons and ships. The attackers were defeated. Ethan collapsed forward, exhausted. Liora caught him and held him close. You did it, she whispered. He looked up weakly. No, we did it. Her lips curved into a soft smile. Later, in a quiet balcony overlooking the glowing city, Ethan leaned on the railing. Liora stood beside him. So, what happens now? Ethan asked. Liora took a slow breath. Now you must choose your path. She turned to him. You can return to your old life. Or you can stay here. Her voice softened. With me. Ethan looked at her glowing eyes, remembering how she protected him, how she trusted him, how their energies connected. I don't fully understand everything yet, he said. But I know one thing. Liora tilted her head. What is that? I'm not leaving you, Ethan said quietly. A bright, warm smile spread across her face. Then our journey, she said, taking his hand gently, is only beginning. Human. Indy.